I'm going to tell you what the doctor said and if everything's alright. I'm assuming everything's going to be alright, but you never know. There's always a twist and a turn when it comes to me and Sarah.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's vlog. It is Monday the 10th of September. The printer is still going. It did print last night, but it failed because I didn't put enough glue on the bed. So it's kind of like started spiraling because it lifted it off the bed. Because obviously it's used to having a heated bed. I have turned the acceleration down on it, but for some reason it doesn't seem to have done much. I mean, it's still printing nice, but it doesn't look like the jerking stopped to me as much as it should do, really. So only time will tell. I'll know when I come back later on from the hospital, which is where we're heading now. We're going to go over to the hospital because she's got a doctor's appointment today, Sarah. I'm just going to do like an overall test and like an MOT basically on her body. Make sure that everything's running fine, make sure that the baby's fine, make sure that there's no issues with her bloods, I think, because she did have a massive scare the other week with her bloods, which was ridiculous. They shouldn't have told her what they told her and then do a complete U-turn on it. So we're just about to go over there. The kids are all dropped off at school. Chloe's in work. Vanellope is over there. She's ready to go. She's just having a cup of tea in a bottle. And then we're going to head over to the hospital. So we better get today's daily vlog officially started. Alright guys, we just got to North Manchester General, just about to go in now with Sarah. So we're going to nip in here now, and then once we're done, we're going to tell you what the doctor said and if everything's alright. I'm assuming everything's going to be alright, but you never know. There's always a twist and a turn when it comes to me and Sarah. So, but fingers crossed she'll be fine.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright, so we're out the antenatal unit now. We've just been speaking to she was a lovely lady, an Asian lady in there, the doctor. She was fantastic. She was so supportive and she made us feel at ease. So I think we are going to be going for a natural birth. Yay! So Naomi can come to the delivery, which is fantastic. So that's really good. And guess where we are again?
At the bee.
Listen to me, do you love her?
You love this bee, don't you?
Go and give her a hug.
Come on, should we hug her? Hug the hip of the bee. Do you think she's lovely? Just thought we'd update you properly. Obviously Dave said that we're going to be opting for the natural birth, although the option is still going to be there for the selected C-section. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to wait until nearer the time and see whether baby's head drops into the pelvis. We're going to see if labour starts on its own, and then obviously if it does, they can give you the drip that stimulates baby coming down more and like brings on contractions a little bit stronger to help baby move down faster. So that will be good, because then obviously if we manage to give birth naturally, we can vlog it. So it'll be good to have the last baby and actually have that memory to keep of all of it. So we're touching wood. I'm going to touch wood because I've got a brain like wood. That's gonna go all perfect. But obviously that option of the C-section will still be there, and the blood will still be ordered, simply because if we still had to have controlled labour in theatre and it came to having another emergency section or C-section, then that blood is already there. Also, they will be doing 2 more scans in November. One will be done on the 5th of November and the other one will be done on around the 25th, I think it was, or 26th, something like that. And that's just to check the size of baby, because I think they still think baby's looking a little bit small, and I think that's why they want to just keep an eye on that. So the midwife, or the nurse, the doctor, sorry, was absolutely amazing. She's probably been the nicest doctor I've ever come across in a hospital. And especially, like, even though it's like baby number 10 and obviously I'm at high risk, obviously bleeding and stuff like that, but touch wood again, I've never really lost that much blood in any of the labours, so I should imagine, hopefully, all that should be fine if we deliver naturally. And I'm praying to God that that is what happens, because it would mean so much just to have that memory. I know we can't sit here because obviously whatever happens, happens, and if things go wrong then obviously they need to intervene. And you know, at the end of the day, the main thing is making sure that me and baby are okay. So anyway, a little bit of reassurance, because obviously I was really worried about like what decision to make, but she kind of reassured me that, you know, labour can still happen naturally, and if it came to it where baby was like taking so long, if it kind of went overdue and she thought that nothing was going to progress, then she would obviously think about doing a controlled birth again. But she said because I've only had 2 births like that, that, you know, there's still an 80% chance of everything just being fine and everything just going normal. She said maybe you just had 2 awkward babies and, you know, they just wanted to be different. So she said this one could just be perfectly delivered like the others. Do you want to say hi? Tell them where you went to see the bee. Yeah, and we went to the hospital to see the doctor, didn't we? You don't like going to the hospital, do you? You don't like sitting there and waiting, do you? Turn out you've been a good girl today, haven't you? So Dave's just been in the post office to buy some boxes to send some stuff that's been sold on eBay. Is it eBay? And now we're just going to go on because I've not actually eaten this morning. To be honest, I wasn't.
We both haven't.
I actually wasn't that hungry this morning. I seem to have this thing, I don't feel hungry when I'm at home, but the minute I get in the car I'm starving. But then it just kind of went. And then Dave started talking about baby rusk in the hospital and said, would you start craving on it? And now I really need a rusk. Did you say that because that baby had one in the bugger? There was a little boy sat in a bugger and he had a rusk in his hand and he was trying to share it with Penelope. And I only realised when I seen that little lad, that's probably why he's asked, would you crave on the rusk? So I said to Penelope, do you want a rusk? And she went, no, I'm not a baby. Anyway, we're heading home now and I'm going to get some stuff done, some washing, try and get it all done because I really need to get an early night tonight with Dave. Because last night was another late one and then we were up really early because he had an ironed Porsche's school skirt, so we had to do that like first thing this morning. So anyway, we'll check back in with you when we arrive back home.
Alright, back home now, back out again, literally. I go and pick the kids up from school. Then I got to take some stuff to the charity shop, some clothes. We always drop stuff off at the charity shop when we've done with the clothes. So I'm going to drop a bag of that off and then pick the kids up, then come back home and see what else the day brings.
346 minutes later.
Alright, so we're back home now. Started to rain again. We're just on our way over to the office. I'm going to take Portia with me. I've got a few things to do over there. I've got to put the printer back in there now, make some space for it because obviously I've tuned it in now. For those of you that were looking last night about the bencher, this is how the bencher came out. So it came out really nice. This is the bolt. So they call it a bencher. It's like a benchmark of how your printer can print. So it prints like it puts the printer basically through its paces, overhangs everything really. It's a really good benchmark print to do. So this is going to go with the collection of the other ones that we've got, and the PLA that we thought that was crap isn't crap. It just needs to be at room temperature, which is why we need to get onto the landlord, which I already have done, but he's not answering me, and tell him that the heating needs to be on in the office because the PLA needs to be at room temperature. If not, it'll snap. So we're going to head over there now to the office and sort everything out. So we're just about to leave the office now. We've been here for about an hour and a half, I think, maybe a bit longer. So I've got this one printing. It was actually bent when it came from the house. I don't know how it got bent. Another table's slanted, so it looks bent from the front, but it was bent from the top as well. So I've kind of straightened it out as best I can. It's still printing alright, but I don't know. This one down here, this Ender 3, I upgraded it to a glass bed, which is called Build Tech. So when it prints, it sticks to the bed. When the bed cools down, the print just pops off, so you don't have to put any glue on it. It just won't print properly. It's not reliable enough. So I think I'm going to take it off, take the ultra base off it, and then I'm going to reattach the old Build Tech back to it, so it can run how it should do really. So hopefully that'll be okay, because it's just not reliable enough, as I just said. It's an annoyance, it really is. And then I'm just waiting on 2 more PLAs to come, another black and another white, so we can get going on the big Creality and then the little Ender, and then this G-Tech down here, because we're running low on PLA. I know that these 2 colours here, I'll be using them, the pink and the purple, for the Cheshire Cat. So I'll be bringing that up probably tomorrow and starting that, so it's finished for me one. This down here is printing a mask from Mad Max, the new Mad Max. So it prints it in 2 halves, and you put the halves together. So it's looking pretty cool from what I can see. It's not lifted, which is good. It's not a heated bed. It is a heated bed, but it's set on fire at home. So I've disconnected the heated bed and just caked it in glue. It seems to be working. So I've just got a nip now to Tesco's, pick some jam roly-poly up for Sarah because she's craving that. And then yeah, and then I'm going to finish the vlog, or I'll check in with her and see what she's been up to. Alright guys, so I just got back, just walking Eva around the side. This garage here is a disgrace. All the neighbours are complaining because they're working till 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I've spoken to you about this before. And we've got a friend over here called Rachel, who's pregnant. She's due a baby. I think it's the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And basically you can hear them taking car tyres off and everything else, so it's not good for her, especially with a baby coming, and we've got a baby coming in January, so it's not good for us either. So I think we're all going to complain and get it closed at a reasonable time, which is around 11 o'clock at night. So I am going to end tonight's vlog outside. Do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already, make sure you click the notification bell, it does nothing. Make sure you leave us a comment, and we will see you guys tomorrow, because we do this every single day.